Hi, my name is Ricardo Marlow. Welcome to eliteguitarist.com, and I'm going to be teaching you flamenco guitar step by step. I'd like to start with some Solea, the basic compás, and we'll start a very slow tempo that I like to show beginners to give them a base to work from. Compás means rhythm in flamenco, so we're going to be focusing mainly on strumming chords, and I also include with each compás pattern a basic falseta that will go along with that tempo. So to start off, we're going to look at some of the open chords we're going to play for the Solea. The first chord is an F, and we have the 3rd fret G at the top. That's going to be the first chord. Each chord will get 3 beats. The second chord will be C major, just a regular C major in open position. The third chord will be an F chord again, however this time will be with a half bar across these 2 strings. And we're going to actually change on each beat. So the second beat will have a first string open, and I do that by lifting up the index finger on the second beat, and I'll put it back down for the 3rd beat. So we'll have 3 beats on that F chord, 1, 2, and 3. And the final chord in the sequence will be the E major chord in open position. So we have 4 measures with 3 beats, and you might be aware that that comes out to 12 beats for the entire cycle, and then we'll repeat it. So the basic rhythm that we're going to do is going to be strumming with just the index finger. This is the most basic form of rajeo. Rajeo means scratching the strings or strumming. So the basic rajeo we're going to keep the rhythm with is the index finger. And we're going to be strumming 4 times per beat like this. 1, 2, 3. On the 3rd beat, we're going to stop and do just 2 strums, 2 eighth notes. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to switch chords to the C major. With this basic structure, we're going to go through all the chords this way, and we're going to set the foundation for the Solea compás. So I'll play through it one time. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So with this basic technique of strumming, I'm keeping the thumb on the 6th string. We don't need the 6th string for any of the voices in the chords. So you can maintain your position with this. Now, you might notice I'm also accentuating each beat. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and. If you want to practice this and get a very good sense of rhythm and tempo, it's good to practice with the metronome. For this exercise, we can keep it at around 80 beats per minute. And use the just a basic clicking sound. This is 80. And just maintain that cycle and keep repeating it. If that's feel a little bit fast for you, you can slow it down, however slow you need to do it. But you want to try to keep your tempo very even when you're strumming. You don't have to strum hard, but you do accentuate by pushing a little harder on the beats. Now there's other ways we can accent, in other words, to make the sound louder than just playing harder. We can also do golpe. Golpe is an important technique in flamenco guitar where we tap on the top. To do this simultaneously with the index stroke on the beats that we want, we have to be able to strum and tap at the same exact moment. If you have trouble working on this in the beginning, if this is difficult for you, you can practice doing this exercise where you just tap and then you fill in the other 4 strokes by just doing the up, down, and up notes. So like this, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Try to do this and maintain a very even tempo. And then while you're practicing this, if you look down at your hand while you're doing the golpe, the tapping note, you'll notice that your index finger sweeps across the string but jumps over top of it in order to get into position for the upstroke. What you're going to have to do in order to do this, if you're not comfortable with this technique yet, is to make sure that you can kind of visualize your finger jumping over. Here, when it jumps, you're going to let it touch the string. That's all you have to do. So it's kind of a mental trick to get your finger to simply touch the string on its way downward. So one thing you can do as an exercise is just practicing this. It doesn't have to be in the actual compás cycle, but just a continuous beat of this. You don't even have to hold the chord if you just want to mute the strings. And then try to touch it every other time. Touch it, jump over. Touch it, jump over. So over time, if you don't have this technique yet, you'll develop this ability to do the golpe pretty much whenever you need it to strum just at one attack if you need to. But for the sake of the Solea compás cycle we want you to do the golpe on each beat. So 1, 2, 3, 1 for each chord. Okay, and you can keep practicing the cycle that way.